I don't know. I just kind of because I've been hard stuck masters in ranked. I won't lie.
Sure, sure, fair enough. How
That's
long?
that's the main reason. Um, I think maybe 2 or 3 seasons.
That's not that bad. That's not that bad. 2 or 3
It's
seasons is not
not,
that long.
but it's not. But I don't know. I feel like I'm plateauing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So
Sounds good.
that's the main reason, actually.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense. I mean you're reaching the higher ranks, so it takes more and more and more effort to
Yeah.
kind of break that next barrier to
Oh,
going on to
I
next.
should just tell
Yeah,
I
go for
should
it.
just tell you I was like a top 500 console player, but I swapped to PC like 2.5 years ago,
Sure.
and so like mainly I've been focusing on just getting my mechanics up.
Sure. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's been 2.5 years, so you're probably okay. But how has that transition looked
Yeah.
like in the last few years? Like, how has that gone, and how have you approached it?
Um, I just kind of mostly focused on mechanics, but maybe I've like let the brain side of the game kind of slip.
That's
I
fine.
did I did like take a break from the game to go play Marvel Rivals because honestly, I was kind of getting tired of the game at that point.
Yeah,
But
makes
I
sense.
have like I've started playing again. So
Okay.
uh
Okay.
yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I'm seeing here that you're primarily a tank player, as Zarya, Diva, Winston, Malga. Has that always been the case? And what does that look like over your Overwatch
No,
career?
no, I kind of flip-flop between all the roles, but I was I have reached like the highest rank on support, but honestly, I would always kind of call myself a tank player because that was like my favorite role, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I've never been like as good on tank, but I would still say I'm a tank player.
Sure. I mean, if it's your favorite role and the one role you want to put your attention into, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, hero pools, Zarya, Diva, Winston, Malga, maybe that's changed since you filled out the form. How has that looked over, like, let's say the last year, and what does it look like now?
I would say I have been playing Diva a lot less, and I don't really play Mauga much either. I kind of just play Zarya and Winston,
Okay.
and Diva if I feel like Diva is a good pick. But to be honest, even when I'm on Diva, I still kind of like struggle a lot.
Sure.
I just don't want to play her because of that.
Okay. Makes total sense. And are Zarya, Winston just some more like map situational picks for you?
Yeah, if things were different, I would play Zarya every game, but there's bans in the game and I can't do that.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Okay, sounds good. You're playing looks like pretty decent amount of hours per day. How is that time structured? Do you have a warm up? Is that all solo queue ranked? Do you take breaks? How much of that is Zarya, Winston versus other characters? Do you spend time in other roles? Just give me your full training background.
Okay, so I tried out playing for like 8 hours a day. I hated that. I tried that for like maybe a few days. I'm never doing that again.
Good.
I've never felt more despair in my life. So I kind of just honestly, I'm not even lying. Like
Of
it
course,
was that bad.
it's good. It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, so I kind of just play like max maybe 4 hours a day. I do take breaks. I don't care if I like just jump into ranked or if I warm up. I just do what I feel like I want to do, honestly. I don't
Sure.
really put thought into it. And if I feel like, oh, I hop on my first game, oh, my aim's kind of bad, I'll warm up then. I'll just
Sure.
see how things go. That's kind of been my process.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Are you consistent on training? Like most days, you kind of go and you are going to play ranked consistently, or are there more often than not days where you just don't feel it?
If I don't feel it, I don't play the game.
Yeah.
I either play
Sure.
ranked or I don't play the game.
Sure. Sure.
Unless there's like some event or something and I just want to do that. But like
Sure.
that's irregular.
Sure. Okay. Sounds good. That I guess the question is how often does that happen? How often are you not feeling it?
Um, I would say maybe 1 or 2 days every 1 or 2 weeks, not
Okay, that's not a
that
problem.
much.
That's not a problem. Okay.
If I'm not playing Overwatch, I'm probably doing something to work on my mechanics anyway.
Okay. How do you train your mechanics? As of recently, not when you first transitioned to PC, but like as of
Yeah.
now, what does that look like?
Um, I either play the game or I play Kovacs or I play another game that sort of has like the same thing where I can just like work on my tracking.
Sure. How do you train your mechanics in game, and how do you train them in Kovacs?
When I play Kovacs, I'll play a scenario a few times and try to like either get a new high score or like higher than my average. And if I feel like it's not doing much, I'll swap to a different scenario. And in game, I kind of just play the game, honestly.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense. To me, the way that I look at things like Kovacs and in-game training and even stuff like Vaxta is it's less to do with, I mean, showing up definitely helps. You know, just like going to the gym is going to make you stronger,
Yeah,
basically no matter what you do. You play Kovacs, your aim's going to get
yeah,
better. Doesn't matter, right? But at a certain point in time, especially at your rank, not all gym goers are created alike. It's what you do with the tools that you have, which is not only a technical question, but
yeah,
also a intention question, which you could probably guess where I'm going with this, right? Like how intently focused are you? How goal driven are you?
yeah.
What are you doing when you train, you know?
Most of the time, I try to just like focus on the target, and if I can't focus on the target, I don't really feel like I'm doing much.
Sure, that's
You know
fine.
what I mean?
That's fine.
I
That's
just,
absolutely
I
fine.
just try to like, I try to lock in my vision on a target and just
Sure.
try to keep them
Sure,
on my
absolutely.
screen.
Absolutely. I mean, so that's one aspect. Another one was like how good are you with your alt fire accuracy? How good are you with your combos with Zarya and doing those consistently? When you
Yeah,
do Kovacs outside of like let's say warm up, when you're actually training Kovacs, are you consistently pushing to beat your scores?
yeah, I would say so. Like,
Okay.
if I can't beat a score, I at least try to get as close to my highest score as I can.
Sure, sure. But I would push yourself harder, right? Like on days maybe where you would aim train for longer and on scenarios that are maybe more relevant to Zarya and more the tracking stuff, like then you need to be beating those scores. You need to be setting the plan, taking breaks, and going in and training it with intensity. You know, like that score needs to be beaten.
Yeah,
And like getting close doesn't count. That's maintaining. You want to progress, you got to train harder and you got to train with more deliberation. Doesn't even necessarily mean you have to train longer, as you said with that 8 hours. Like it's not good, but like you have to train
yeah.
with a certain level of intensity in game and out of game, and you also have to direct that intensity in the right
And
directions.
I have a question though. If like
Mm-hmm.
if I just can't seem to beat a certain score, like I just set a really good score, do
Yeah.
you think it's worth just trying to beat a different scenario's
Yes.
score
Yes.
and just
Yes.
focus on that instead?
When it gets to
Okay.
the point of teeth grinding boredom, then you need to move on to something different. Yes, or take a break.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the key point is
Okay.
that beating the score isn't necessarily the end goal. I mean, that would be nice. It's the attempt to beat the score that's the end goal, because the attempt is what's going to actually
Yeah.
provoke change in your brain and your body to be able to do more difficult things. You see what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
intensity and the intent is the goal.
I do feel like I have that, but also I feel like maybe I I don't feel like playing Kovacs as much as I probably should. Like whenever I do play it, I do have that intent, but I'll like play it for a few days, then not touch it for like 2 weeks, and then go back to it
Yeah.
because
I
I
mean,
feel like
that's
my
fine.
mechanics are like needing working on.
Well, I guess that's kind of my point, right? Like, whatever you do, do it intently. If you take breaks from Kovacs, that's fine. But when you do come back, you need to go back full out, because the reason
Yeah,
why I'm clarifying that is it's not just about Kovacs here. It's like that level of intent must be brought to Overwatch consistently. Then, if we're aiming for Grandmaster,
yeah.
right?
I have another question though.
Mm-hmm.
I mainly kind of focus mostly on like tracking scenarios, but I feel like my click timing and all that stuff is just not up to par. Do you think I should like maybe for like a week just play Junker Queen or something and just try to
No,
get that up to that level.
not unless you
Okay.
want to play Junker Queen better, no. If you want to do something specific like that in Kovacs, because it's easier to do that without having to learn a brand new character, then that's fine, because Kovacs takes the kit out of the aim. So you don't have to learn
Okay.
multiple things at once. If you were to play Junker Queen and to work on click timing, you would be playing Junker Queen to learn shout timing and carnage timing and Gracie arcs and all that kind of stuff. And that's not going to carry over to
Yeah.
Zarya, right? So the thing about aim trainers is it allows you to isolate specific skills without having to worry about the context of the kit. And that's
Okay.
why they're valuable. So if you want to work on your click timing, play Kovacs. That's the rule.
Okay. Do do you think I should still try to work on my click timing in Kovacs or just ignore it and go all in on tracking?
Well, the answer to that question is on paper, ignore it because it's not as relevant to Zarya. But remember what we said earlier, when there's that sense of boredom that sets in, that's when novelty on lateral skills can be useful.
Yeah.
So even if it's not really a huge one-to-one, it's new, it's interesting, it's flashy, it's fun. That's good.
Okay.
That's good. So do it. Absolutely.
I guess another question I have is it a bad idea? Let's say I just want to focus on like my right click accuracy.
Yes.
Is it bad if I just like load up a game and like just try to right click as much as
No,
possible when I
no, no,
probably
no, no,
lose?
no, 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 no. In fact, the funny thing is there's certain mechanical skills like tracking deliberately with your eyes, being really deliberate with your right click accuracy, that will actually allow you to perform better in games. Like there's certain characters, certain mechanics that are going to be really valuable to practice in game. I think generally off, like which off angle and which position I should be holding will always be the most valuable thing to practice in game. And so that should get a decent chunk of your training time. But I think training specific mechanic skills in game is not only something that is okay, it's what I recommend for every player to do. I'd say 25, 30%, even 40% of your games should be mechanical focus.
Go ahead. Okay. Um, do you think it's ever like the right thing to do to just like play passive Zarya and just like focus on like trying to get good right clicks and not like die? Or should I just
No, what I would do is I would never try to play passive Zarya. I would just let my autopilot kick in and just position and play Zarya how I would in any other circumstance with the intent on focusing on right clicks.
Okay.
Yeah. So just let your body just do what feels good with where you're moving and what you're doing, and then just focus exclusively on your mechanics.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your brain will kick in. You've played so much Zarya that it'll kind of know what to do without you putting too much thought into
Yeah.
it. And so just like let that happen. It's fine.
Um, would I have this habit though where if I'm just like 100% focused in on my aim, my team bubbles aren't as good usually.
Yeah.
But if I focus 100% on team bubbles, I kind of feel like I'm not getting kills,
Yep.
you know?
Yep. That's how it
I'm
goes.
not sure.
You're not good enough at either one to be able to do it autopilot, right? Let me ask you a
Yeah.
question.
I mean,
If we analyzed your Masters Zarya gameplay under a platinum or gold player's lens, they would feel freaking depressed at how many things that you do that takes them so much effort to do, right? You do so many things automatically that they could only dream of doing after 6 months of training. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So you are in that same exact place where you're looking at, Grandmaster, top 500 champ, whatever. And you're like, man, it takes me so much effort to do these things. And these guys just do like, oh, well, yeah, you need to get better at those individual skills in isolation. That's fine. There's nothing magical here. There's nothing wrong with your brain. You just need to keep grinding your alt fire mechanics until that gets better in the autopilot. And if you autopilot on your positioning and your positioning is kind of meh, well, then you need to go work on your positioning. But in the moment, you shouldn't worry about it. We expect that. That's normal.
Okay. I see.
Yeah, it's simple. It's just being deliberate and mixing up what you're doing and variety with your training so that you get more unique exposures to new things that makes practice more fun. Like when you're doing things like right-click practice, that's kind of fun to practice, right? So you can really give it the full intensity that you need. But yeah, that's basically all there is to it. And obviously, everything that we just talked about here applies one-to-one to Winston as well, right? Your alt fire accuracy, your bubble placement, your staging, your bubble dancing, all that stuff. Same thing. Make sense?
I'm yeah, I'm sure I have another thing as well. I'm
Yeah,
sure
go
you've
for it.
heard this a million times, but I feel like I don't play consistently.
As in, you don't play consistently at the same quality, or that you go with
Yeah.
date. Yeah, yeah. That's normal.
Yeah, like it's not even always a day-to-day thing. Sometimes it's a, like game to game sort of thing.
Yep, it happens. The things that affect consistency externally are sleep, energy, effort, attitude, consistency with your training. Like, you're taking days off, it's going to be more inconsistent. Fatigue, external stresses like work and school, or just even emotional distress. So, what you do is you look at each one of those factors and you go, is there any of these that I can improve? Can I improve my training environment quality? Am I taking breaks between games? Am I getting fatigued? Right? And then
Yeah.
once you check all those boxes, the remaining instability is either internal factors that you can't control, where just human beings are inconsistent no matter how good we are. I've never worked with a perfectly consistent player ever, not even pros. And so you just let it go. Or a lot of player inconsistency, and this is something that I might be talking about on stream later this week, is related to matchup and map inconsistency. Where if you're playing
Yeah.
Zarya in a perfect situation on a perfect map, and then you play into Zarya on Gibraltar into full dive,
I did that today. Oh my God. I feel
you're
like you're
going to
calling me
feel
out.
bad. You're going to feel like you suck. And it's just you don't understand the map or the matchup. You're not playing to your strengths. And
Yeah.
so you need to analyze each one of those situations where you feel like you're playing poorly and analyze, is it really me or is it the situation? Because I would say 50, 60% of the time that people say that they're playing poorly, it's factors that are not related to them.
I have a question. Is it fine if I give you an icon wall game because I
Of
cannot
course.
play that map for the
I,
life of me?
I
Like
mean, of
it's
course, yeah. What am I going to
yeah,
say? No, that's my blacklisted map. You're not allowed to do I can vote. Of course, that's
yeah.
fine.
It's like it's weird because I know it's like not a bad map for Zarya
It is on
necessarily, but
second. It is on second.
yeah, second, that's the part I struggle with. I'm
Yeah,
really
yeah,
bad on second.
yeah.
I don't even know if I have I don't have an icon wall game, I think.
That's fine.
Let me just double
No
check.
problem.
Oh, I do. They just call it Adler's Brun because
Yeah,
Halloween.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Kind of Halloween, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just give you the code. One
Sure.
second.
Take your time.
Okay, here you go.
Do you want to guess? I'm looking through. So this is the other thing as well. You should be doing things like this as well if you're ever curious for external factors. So that website right there, the stats website, that can give you a little bit of information. For example, Zarya's win rate drops by almost 3% on Jib from normal, which is
Yeah,
not a
that's
surprise, right?
not. Yeah, it's Gibraltar. It's like
Yeah.
the bad Zarya map.
Yeah. Which, what I would say with that information, I had this conversation the other day, and we'll talk about it, I think, later this week. But the conversation, I think, is it's not that Zarya is unplayable in Gibraltar. It's the fact that people need to know that Zarya is unplayable in Gibraltar, so that if you play Zarya in Gibraltar, you need to treat it as a thinking exercise. The problem with a lot of ranked players, even all the way
Yeah,
up to Masters, is they treat every map, every situation as if it's the exact same. They just play Zarya in main, shoot what's available. But now
yeah,
main is 40 meters high. And so you need to not play
exactly.
Zarya differently, but playing main here means that you can shoot people. The goal of Zarya is to shoot people. So if you can't shoot people, you need to find somewhere to shoot people. That's the most important part. The playstyle of Zarya doesn't
Yeah,
change. You just have to position yourself differently. So, okay. What we'll do is we'll spread a broad net here. We'll look at your mechanics. We'll look at your positioning. We'll look at your bubble usage. The goal of Zarya is to allow your bubbles to be used so that you can do damage. And then you do damage, and you do damage, and you do damage, and you do damage, and you do damage. That is all. Right? Any
yeah.
other specific questions of Zarya before we jump in here?
This is gonna feel oddly specific, but I feel
Go
like
for it.
it's happened enough to where I need to ask. If I've like a one of those DPS map players who like
Mm-hmm.
play like their shoe,
Yeah.
should I just bubble them off cooldown and let them do
You
their
bubble
thing or just
aggression. You bubble either your
yeah,
aggression or enemy team aggression onto your backline,
okay.
or your team backline going aggressive, you bubble them instead. However, I would very, very rarely encourage you to turn around. So if your BAP is not going aggressive enough to where he deserves a bubble, then you don't bubble him. Because
Okay.
ultimately, BAP can go aggressive, but aggressive BAP is not really close to the enemy team. even when they're DPSing. So if your BAP is like off angling really, and you can see him, sure, you can. That's fine. This is you just kind of overextending, to be honest with you. Like, I don't mind you fishing for charge here, but I would much prefer you to have 2 bubbles to hold the space here.
Yeah,
And
I didn't
want to get hooked.
I didn't want. Sorry for interrupting. I didn't
No, it's
want
fine.
charge. I wanted right clicks in the spawn door.
I
And
understand.
I know there is like, straightforward. There's like a little gap where you can do it from there, and it's probably better. But
Yeah.
I just forgot about it.
That's okay. No big problem. Giving up way too much space. So what I mean by that is as you back up, you do not reduce the amount of damage that you take because you've left corner and you've left cover, and so you're going to do less damage. In addition to that, as you back up, it becomes more difficult to land alt fire and to land primary fire. You do not need to worry about range versus hog as long as you're playing on the corner. You alt fire, you bubble in response to his pushes, and you keep pushing him back. Hold your corner unless you have a good reason to leave. You have 2 bubbles, you have full HP, hold your corner. Don't get poked out from range.
The reason why I wanted to back up is because I saw that my team was kind of playing really far back, and I didn't just want to get.
I understand that. I understand that. But the problem is that this is going to sacrifice so much space, and eventually that is going to get people killed. It could be a situation where it's like, okay, my team is playing too far back. To be honest with them, screw them. They got to walk forward. Good bubble. You don't need to walk as long as you can do damage. You don't need to walk as long as you can do damage. Closest target to available? Hanzo, not Hog. Right? Okay. Where should your attention be right now?
I'm not sure.
That's okay. Is there a target closer to you than this Kiriko?
There is the Hanzo, but
And?
I just saw the Kiriko behind, and
Baptiste, you see it?
Defaulted. Yeah.
So I'm noticing that this is a common habit with Zarya's, where your attention is to what's behind when there are targets directly on your screen. Do not do that. Your attention is what's on your screen, and then you go back.
Yeah, the reason why I'm in this thought process is because, like, I don't know, like a couple of weeks earlier, I was very selfish with my bubbles, and now I'm thinking about who do I bubble on my team. So it was kind of
That's fine.
a habit that I built.
I understand that's fine. But the most consistent thing that you can do is worry about what's directly on your screen. It's not about selfishness, it's about consistency. Whereas if you worry about bubbling this Kiriko, you have now enabled this Hanzo to take this position and this Baptiste to take this position for free. And now those targets will kill your team. You must protect your team by dealing with what's directly on your screen. That is your number one priority. If there's nobody on your screen and you bubble your backline, that's fine. But right now, you know there are 2 very lethal threats directly on top of you, and you are allowing them to free fire on your Cassidy instead of actually pressuring them out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's not that you should stop thinking about protecting your team. It's that by protecting your team, you're endangering your team right now. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Like your cast is getting shot right now. And so not only did you do no damage, but you did not protect your team. Deal with what's on your screen first. Make sense? Hold the corner, keep hitting your all fire. Good, keep holding your all fire. Sure, we're down 1 so we can back a little bit, but as long as we find our corner. And now what do? We hold the corner and we freaking do damage. See, you're too worried about this. Do you see what I'm saying? Why are you worried about this? Because, it's going to kill my team. But you know what's going to kill your team? This could kill your team. And why is this more of a priority to you? Because you were here and you weren't here. So by doing this to this, the opportunity cost of rotating away wasted attention. You see what I'm saying?
The way I was thinking was I'm just going to bubble my Tracer, and my Tracer can deal with that.
A 2v1? You know what I'm saying? Just kill them. Deal with them. If you want to bubble off your backline or bubble your Tracer and shoot here and then they leave and then you deal with this, that's fine. But what's happening now is we have the opportunity cost of being a team player. This is a mistake. You must focus on the threats that are on your screen and trust your teammates to deal with it. I just coached a Reinhardt player prior to this session. We had this exact same conversation, coincidentally, on this exact same map. Because right now, you're not doing a good job. You're not really dealing with these guys because you don't have 2 bubbles to deal with these guys. And you're not really dealing with these guys because there's no damage here at all. And so what happens is the Hanzo gets a free angle, but then also we don't even finish the kills on the left side either. And also now we're transitioning in the open because we second guessed this angle, and so we go to this angle, but it's too late, now we're in the open and now we're dead. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You must fully commit to the space that you can control and trust your team to handle wherever else they are. It's not that you can't multitask, but that your attention must be very decisively focused on what you can. Right now, your priority is pressuring Roadhog, pressuring here, and that's all. You can't deal with Hanzo, and you obviously can't deal with Kiriko. So right now, we just take the tank trade. The problem with this position is that we don't have permanent cover. So in our next bubble cycle, we might want to start thinking about pressing where.
I know it's always good to like play on top of the castle.
We
right?
can. Well, is it always good? Can you do anything from here? From where the enemy team is?
No, but my cast can just like kill everyone, so.
Yeah, but I'm talking about you, not your Cassidy. What do you need to be doing? Where do you need to be doing damage right now? Now, you could go in the castle and deal with what? Obviously, right? You could do this.
Yeah.
You could, if you decide to do this, sure. Now, you'll let these guys do whatever they want, but that's fine. At least we're decisively committing, and you are close there. But if you want to deal with backline, then where do you need to be? Right now, as fast as you possibly can.
Around this right corner.
Yeah, somewhere over here or here, just where you're more in your effective range. Playing cover, playing corner, trusting your team to deal with Hog, or you get resources and you kill backline. You choose.
And how do I know when I need to back up if Hog's there? Because obviously he could turn around and kill me, right? How do I know?
Like, what do you mean, turn around and kill you here?
Like not instantly, right? But like if their team pushes and then the Hog, like...
So it's a 3v1, 4v1, and then a 4v1. You just have to be better than Hog. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want you to worry about Hog. Hog is not worried about you. You're not worried about Hog if you're here. It's too far for both of you.
Okay.
Maybe he gets a max range hook. Like, I don't know. Like, there's that unbelievably niche circumstance where Hog spends all the time to rotate here and fishes for a hook across the map. Maybe. Okay, then fine. You bubble yourself and walk in the room and then just isolate and kill the Hog with your support. You know? Okay. Don't worry about these niche circumstances as much. Focus instead on the guaranteed threat of, I'm not really committing to Hog. I'm not really committing to backline. So now this Hanzo is free and shooting at me from across the map. Now this map is free. Now the Hog is free. Everybody's free. Kiriko's free. You're doing nothing. You're chasing butterflies. You see it? See, this is guaranteed. Go ahead.
I do have this habit of trying to control every single angle at once.
Yes. Doesn't work. Doesn't work with Winston. Doesn't work with Ryan. Doesn't work with Zarya. Doesn't work with Diva. It doesn't work at all. You just commit, right? Because we could look at the situation here and you're like, oh, now... Well, the reason that they're here is because there was no pressure here at all.
Yeah, I see it now. Because their Hanzo was not there, and now he is.
Right. Alternatively, we could have committed to brawling here, and our Cassidy would not have died, and maybe we actually could have cleared this angle. We would have allowed these guys to walk forward, but that's okay. Like, as long as you're playing your effective range, it's not a problem. See, this is fine now, because we're actually like kind of committing to stuff, you know? The problem is that we're down ones. The damage has already been done. So yeah, Hanzo got the angle that he wanted, but that's not really your responsibility. What is your responsibility is the fact that we were unable to kill fast enough because we didn't support. It would have been really funny is to grab the wall here.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
I don't honestly don't do that. I would not have done that, but that would have been hilarious. I don't think I've ever seen that.
It would have been, but I
wouldn't have done it, but it would have been funny.
I personally, I don't like to have wasted grabs. I feel like if I don't win the fight, I'm not using grav. And so I've been trying my best to just not waste grav as much as I can.
That's fair. That's fair. Good perk choice. Obviously, it is the perk to choose. I mean, I guess there are some rare circumstances the other one is good because it is a good perk, but it's just... Yeah, and this is kind of what I'm talking about, right? Like, your job here is like you're walking on backline in a range that you're effective. You've said, I don't care about Hog. I don't care about Cart. I'm just going to walk forward and clear these guys out. You know what? Yes. I don't mind you even turning around to check your backline here, but once you're here, your full attention has to be on killing these guys or forcing them out and not dying.
Yeah.
Full attention.
And so if this hog is like behind and he gets a hook and a kill, do I just like ignore
Who
him?
cares? Yeah, who cares? If he walks up to you, then yeah, you got to deal with him. But right now, it's not your problem.
Okay.
So the problem here is that you kind of got surprised. But the good news is that if you can be a little bit more responsible with your cover here, like you are allowing your team to, you see what's happening to this hog, right? So who's going to win this? You know, who's going to win this?
Our cast should win that
Right.
because he's being pocketed even if he gets hooked.
Yeah. And so my only criticism here is more of a mechanical one. I needed you to be a little bit tighter with cover, right? So I want more of a transition here. I want better right clicks landed. I want you to, oh no, not get surprised by Cassidy. I want you to back towards cover as fast as you can here. Like right now with no bubbles, you probably should be kind of like tucking here and waiting a second, you know?
Yeah, I think I was just like, I was thinking of, oh, the hog's behind. I need to make sure he doesn't like
Yeah, so you're
kill
not fully
everyone.
focused on what's on your screen. You see it
Yeah.
again, right? You see it again, right? That forces a Suzu, and this thing becomes really messy. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Hog had to use an ult, but he made it work, right? And so now you won your fight. Hog got his kill and dies. Congratulations. You get me? So it wasn't done well, and you weren't even fully focused on it. But for the first time in almost 3 minutes of gameplay, you've actually just focused on what was on your screen for the most part, and it worked. That's it.
Yeah, if I don't play like this, it's the inverse, and I just never bubble my team ever. So,
Well, maybe you can't see your team. You got to like when you talk about bubbling your team, it's just really contextual. It's like, is my Reaper running it down? Like, for example, if you've gone up here and you see your Reaper teleport in the middle of them, yeah, bubble. You know, if you go up here and the Winston dives right on top of you, on top of your Kiriko, yeah, bubble. Yeah, sure, it's fine. But it's there. You're not going across the map like trying. No, it's not your problem.
yeah.
You have limited value as Zarya, and you can't try. The thing with Zarya is you cannot bend her weaknesses into strengths. It's not physically possible. All you can do is be as strong as you possibly can at the things that you're already strong at. You understand? Do not try to be a multi-factor control thing, because you just can't. It's not possible. So don't try to. Instead, just do your job as perfectly as you possibly can. Like right there, you could bubble your Tracer when she drops because she's doing aggressive things.
Yeah.
And right here, you're holding here because... Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to bubble my Tracer, but like
She didn't
weird
need it.
geometry and like
Yeah,
I
I
slightly
understand.
walked backwards and I
That's
couldn't.
fine. It's fine. It's not a problem. And here we're positioned well because we know the enemy team is going to have to walk forward to card or walk forward. So you're going to have a lot of damage opportunities. So just keep doing what you're doing. Now we look away from BAP because there's closer targets. Okay.
Yeah.
And now we just, as long as we just bubble ourselves and do more damage, like this bubble would be really good because there's nothing for you to do right here. So you could bubble and chase. You could bubble and then turn around and deal with cart. You could bubble and deal with BAP. Your choice. Just decisively. Do something. You see right now you're doing the multi-factor thing. You see it? Are you doing damage right now? No. So you know what you're doing? You're throwing.
I'm bubbling my cast and then thinking of dropping to cart to do two things at once.
Well, it's not bad if you bubble and then fully commit your attention to doing damage right now. Right? Do some damage. Let's go. So that wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. Okay.
Honestly, I don't know why I didn't drop already.
I don't know if I would have dropped. You don't have to drop, but you do start launching those all fires, right? At least it's 100 damage a pop, basically. So
Oh, I remember now. Right
you see
now,
it
I'm
again. You see it
thinking,
again, right? You can bubble this guy quickly, but you got to deal with this. We have to do damage here. You know.
I remember what I'm thinking here. It was I'm gonna bubble our high noon. I think that was what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's always the what could I do if my teammate does this thing? Just do damage, mate. Just do damage. Shoot the hog, shoot the Kiri, chase the cast, drop and kill the, anything. Just commit here.
Yeah.
So we finally have committed here, but it's only after a long transition of doing nothing. And because we committed too late, we missed our opportunity, you know? Just commit. Deal with what's on your screen. This bubble's fine. Yeah. Uh-oh. That's funny. Nice job. Okay.
Yeah, that dragon was evil.
That is, yeah. Just keep doing damage. I don't like that bubble there because I'd say maybe somebody shoots him, which is like fine, but I think there's a guaranteed value here.
I think I heard the hook, and I just assumed that it was for
then
him.
it's okay. Shoot something. You see, yeah, just do damage, just do damage, just do damage. We're like 70 charge, not doing damage. Just do it, and just throw. You oh my days, like you are so obsessed with what your teammates are doing, which means that you're allowing the enemy team to murder your team. Like they are getting so much space on you. This Hog's full, Bap's full, Kiri's basically full, Tracer's full, Cassie's coming up full. Yeah. You're looking for ways to peel and creating opportunities where the enemy team is full. Good grab. I mean, it's unfortunate. It's just one of those situations where a little bit more damage, a little bit more HP, a little bit more bubbling, and we get a 3K there. You know?
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing wrong with the graph. We hit some alt fires, just do damage. I would like to do some live coaching if you have the capability of doing that and if you're interested.
Yeah. Yeah. Like right now or?
Yes, like right now. Let's do it.
Yeah, so I just queue up a ranked game?
Queue up a ranked game, stream it at whatever quality you can manage. It doesn't need to be good quality, and let's just roll. And then while you're in queue for a whopping minute, we can look at a couple more fights. But I think it's gonna be more of the same.
Quality is not going to be amazing because I am due a graphics card update, but it should be.
That's not a problem. It's more than enough. I've literally seen like single frame streams. It's not a problem. Okay, let's keep going while we're in queue, and then when the queue pops, ban whoever you want, pick whatever map you want.
Yeah.
But TLDR here is, I need you to put more attention. And by the way, from a mechanical perspective, what rank are you right now?
Masters 4, but I think
sure.
I was around Masters 3. I just had
okay. That's fine. Like you're gonna fluctuate 2 tiers normally.
Do I vote for the bad map?
I don't care. I don't care.
Okay.
We're not really working on a positional side of things, so it doesn't really matter what map we get. From a mechanical perspective, I'd say you're basically at the same level that you are rank-wise. The reason why your mechanics may be plateauing is because you put so much freaking attention on your teammates instead of just you allowing yourself to hit your alt fires and track and alt fires and track, you know?
I don't always play like that, but it's just I've been told that my team bubbles are really bad, and I kind of...
I mean, they could be.
The other way.
They could be, right? There's not even really a balance here of like, you need to find the balance between selfish bubbles and team bubbles. No. There's almost always an objectively good situation for a team and objectively good for you. You bubble your team when you can't shoot anything and you see them under pressure. That's it. You bubble aggression.
Yeah.
So if right now, if they're running hard dive and they dive your Sojourn, there's no point bubbling you because you're not the point of their aggression. So bubble your Sojourn and then bubble your Sojourn and then crucially do damage. Kill them, punish them. The way that you play Zarya is you have these brief moments of helping your team potentially, but really it's still all about damage. You don't
I'm not going to join voice because I can't handle a billion people talking.
Press P as well for me really fast.
P? Yeah.
And then click on the chat, team chat and match chat icon on the left there and mute both of those. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, no distractions, full focus. And while we're waiting, I'm just going to look at a couple more things here. But I think mechanics are kind of middling for you. Like they're not bad, but they're not good either. And it's mostly just because currently not seeing enough attention from you.
On good days, they're good, but
of
on
course.
regular days, they're mid.
Yeah.
They're probably going to play Reinhardt. I used to be really bad against the Reinhardt matchup, but I feel like I've played it enough to know what to do.
Yeah, it's just patience and managing your range. Playing basically a war of attrition. The longer the fight goes, the worse it goes for him.
Yeah, you just want to like get as much damage in and not feed. Not get rushed on. Use your bubble as well.
Okay, let's take a look here. Just focus on what's on your screen. Don't worry as much about things that are outside of your control, and do as much damage as you possibly can. I want you to find a corner. I don't really care what angle you play, just as long as there's a corner. Corner and damage. Shoot. Keep shooting. You don't need to push beyond the corner. You just stay on the corner and hold. It's fine. If we'd had 2 bubbles there, we're cooking. But you held your angle long enough, and we did enough damage to maybe we win. Okay, go back to your corner and start doing damage. Don't worry about your team. Move faster. Let's go. Damage. Find your corner, do damage. Yep. Kill him. That's him up. Hold here. Do not push. Just do damage. Keep doing damage. Keep
I
doing
touch
damage.
point here.
Yeah, yep. Focus on the squishy if you can. Focus on the squishy. That's fine. That was fine. Very, very close to a retouch there.
I notice my aim is always worse when Mei is shooting me because my movement speed is slower.
Yep, it's fine. Okay, let's go. This is a perfect matchup for us because it's a really simple matchup. It's not an easy one, but it's just shoot people and hold corners. Just keep all firing, keep all firing, keep all firing. Fast, 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 fast. Okay, now just hold here and just bail out your teammates. I don't think you guys win this. Oh, maybe? I did. No, no, back off, back off, back off, back off, back off, back off. Just keep running. Nah, just die. It's okay.
I'm not playing well against these walls.
Yeah. I mean, you have to be responsive to them, but I'm not really concerned about the matchup too much right now.
In a normal game, I would just 100% focus on not getting walled really bad.
Sure. But it's basically impossible to do that if the Mei is playing well, so you just have to focus on trying to punish her as much as you can.
I should have bubbled her.
That's correct. That's a good bubble. He's looking for shatter.
Yeah.
Find your corner and do damage. He's gonna shatter your next bubble. Perfect. We got him just in time. Just focus on yourself. Don't turn around. Focus on what's on your screen. Good.
This is Sam behind us.
Yeah. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. You push him. No, he's dead. He's dead. It might be somebody else, though. Okay, we're good. Your problem was that you got pinned because you didn't find a corner fast enough. And then when you started to walk forward, you turned around. Don't turn around. Other than that, good job. Damage. Just hold this corner and do damage. Not this corner, because this is not where your team is playing. So fall back to the previous corner. You're going to get walled here otherwise. And just do damage here. Do damage. Do more damage. Do more damage. Just hold this corner and shoot.
Okay, I don't know how I got ulted there.
Find your next corner. Good. Find your corner. Find your corner. Yes.
Ryan's still behind us, I think.
Yep, go get him. Go get him.
Oh my god, I suck.
No, you're fine.
No, I don't.
Okay. The problem is that you pushed up and left your corner, and that's why you almost lost that fight. Because you only had one bubble when you should have had two. I need you to stop fishing. Like, this is much safer fish, but we need to be way more careful about overextending. This is fine. Just poke here and do damage. Keep poking. Keep poking. Fight that Mei now, if she comes for you. Fight the Rhine. Whoever's on your angle, this is your responsibility. There it is. Now don't die. Kill her. Good. Keep doing damage. Keep doing damage. Good bubble. More damage. More damage. More damage. Good. Good. That was fine, but I think your best option there would have been able to hold top and do damage if you can. But we're not really worried about positioning as much. From our perspective, it was fine. The major problem there is that you lost one before the fight even started, and I don't even know why that happened. Not your problem. Okay. Next corner, do more damage. You might be able to get your Soj out. Sure. They will push you here, so you need to find your corner.
Yeah.
This is fine. And then as your team comes back, you just ask yourself, where's my next corner? Okay. Not our team's best performance.
Sometimes Masters feels like bronze.
It happens.
People say that about like Platinum Diamond, but I don't know. Masters
Focus. Where's your corner? Yeah. Where's your corner? Where's your corner? Took a little too much damage and didn't have enough bubbles because you were floating on cart talking about Diamond and Masters instead of finding your next corner. You get me? The damage was there, though. The grab was good. We just need to be better with our corner.
He's going to try a shot with this corner, I think.
I think he's already used it. Get a trade here if you can. Okay, that was unlucky. Good try. Okay. I have a real problem with cover, essentially. The focus of your attention is much better, but I'm asking you to do two things at once, which is going to be very challenging. And what we're seeing is that in terms of cover, you take a lot of unnecessary damage, which forces bubbles. The damage uptime is fine, though. We just need to do more damage while taking less damage because we're better at playing cover. That's it.
Yeah.
We're not worried about mechanics. We're not worried as much about off angles or what angles are optimal. I just want to see you play cover as best as you possibly can. And it's not been bad. It's been okay. Just could be better. Any questions?
Yeah.
Sure.
Is it a good idea to go hotel, you know, if we're in like an even fight, or should I just go main?
I don't
On
really
this
care.
one.
As long as you're finding a corner and you're doing damage. I don't want you to worry about the angling side
okay.
of things as much. Yeah. We're fully focused on where your attention is right now. Okay, walk forward, find cover, do damage. Find cover, do damage. You have a gun, so you don't have to be on top of them to do damage. So where's your next corner?
Right here.
Yes, and then where's your next corner? Good.
Over here.
Good. Good. Now we're doing damage, so we can just stand still and hold it. Stand still. Keep doing damage. Keep doing damage. Keep doing damage. Now, where's your next corner? Don't worry about your brig. Just focus on doing damage. Keep doing damage. Keep doing damage. Keep doing damage. Good. Keep doing damage. Hold the corner. Hold the corner. Hold the corner. Keep doing damage. Don't worry about your brig. Keep doing damage. Good. Keep doing damage. Find your corner. Don't get sloppy. Find your corner. Find your corner. Yeah, that's perfect. It's fine. Good. Now we hold this corner here. Ryan is going to push you, so be careful. Good. Keep up the pressure. No downtime. As long as you're on a corner, you're good. Don't worry about point. They're going to push you. Get ready for it. Good. Perfect. Good job. See, by the time Ryan pushes you, you've whittled him down so much in his shield and his HP that he just can't do anything about it, right? It's easier when you're higher charge, but that was well done. Next target, keep doing damage. So we can pursue staggers here a little bit, but we don't have to overextend. Just see what you can get. Good bubble. You notice how the easy bubbles are the ones that are in front of your screen. So easy peasy.
Yeah.
Keep doing damage. Don't overswing this. Hold the corner. And then we'll probably have to back off in a few seconds here. Yeah, they're off-angling you. Let's go and back off here. And think about where you want to play next. Don't worry about your brig. You bubble her if she plays forward, but we're just going to hold this angle and keep shooting. And I want you to grab the first thing that you see that isn't a Rhine shield.
Yeah.
And if you just snipe it, don't need to push on it. You just need to snipe it. Good. Now focus on what's on your screen. Good. Walk forward. We get one more stagger here, I think. You can even walk forward to that corner there. Yeah, we can walk this forward corner.
Yeah, I can get some, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. No, he's got the full
Curie,
perk.
I don't.
That's fine.
I don't
okay.
wanna
Back off. Go back to the corner that you were just on. Good. Back off to the corner. Back off to the corner. Back off to the corner.
Rhine players, they're too predictable.
Back off to the corner. Back off to the corner. Keep backing up. Keep backing up. Keep backing up.
Is this a fun corner?
This is a fine corner. Yep. And just if they push you, kill them.
Oh, I should have killed him. I thought he died.
That's okay. I think it was a good idea. Like you had the alt fire and then you focused elsewhere, and he just lived with 1 HP. It's not your problem.
I saw him dead.
Yeah, no. I understand 100%. It's fine. It's still winnable because you guys still have space here. Even now, it's still winnable. This is very clean from you so far. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. Focus on your screen.
What's this Rhine doing?
I don't know. Catch it with another bubble, and find your corner ASAP. Find your corner ASAP. Yes. Just stay. Stay right here.
I'm dead.
Almost. Like half a second away, you almost had it. That was good. So that's basically their ult bank here. And we still have a bit of space here. And we're coming up on a couple of ults here. So just focus on, again, find your corner and shoot. And I don't care what the corner is. Don't worry about your angles. Just shoot. Sure. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's okay. Good. I don't know if we would live this. We might be able to if you bubble and find a corner, but you need to find a corner ASAP. Yeah, there you go.
I'm just still dead. They're pushing me.
That's okay. So it's those transitions where you're focused on Ryan, but you're not focused on what's shooting you behind Ryan. Torb killed you, not Ryan. Torb did more damage than Ryan did there.
Yeah, like I feel like I do notice it. I just don't care enough.
Yeah. Well, that's fair.
Like I know all these things. I just don't prioritize them.
That's okay. Find your corner. Scary. Little greedy there, but again, it's just the corner thing, right? Like I don't mind you shooting the cast, but you don't have to leave the room to shoot the cast necessarily, right? Okay. Find something to shoot. I don't care what it is. That's fine. Yeah, go for it. Nice. Nice.
Oh no.
No, keep your distance. Keep your distance. Keep your distance. Play it slow.
I didn't think he got
Keep your distance. Keep your distance. Keep your distance. You're good. There it is. You see what I'm saying? Relax. You're fine.
Yeah.
There's a good grab. It's very important that your corners are going to get smoked here if you're not good with the corners. Tor Bastion? Holy crap. Sure. Good bubble. Keep doing damage. Find your corner. Find your corner. Find your corner. Find your corner. Yes. Thank you. Don't worry about your Ashe. We didn't do damage, and that's what killed our Ashe. You see what I'm saying?
Not worried about the Ashe. I'm worried about the Torb.
When I mean don't worry about your Ashe, I'm talking about stop worrying about your Ashe's life because you looked at her and then you let the Torb live, which is what killed your Ashe. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm referring to. Stay in spawn.
Honestly,
here. You should be able to teleport.
I looked at the Ashe, but I wasn't paying attention to the Ashes.
Okay.
I didn't even know she was there. I was just looking at the Torb.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Find your next corner. We can push cart for a little bit, but then your Mercy will take over. So you should just walk forward and you can hold the corner here. Or even further forward, depending on what your team is doing. Find your corner and do damage. Just keep shooting. Find the corner and do damage. Keep shooting. Good. Hold the corner. Hold the corner. Keep shooting. I really like how your Brig's holding space, so just keep shooting. Keep shooting. Whittle that shield down. Bubble's fine. Because it's bubble and aggression, right? So bob or not, it's a good bubble. Find your corner. Find your corner. Yep, and just chill. That's a good bubble. Find your corner right now. Yeah, right here. And grab the first thing you see that's not a Rhine shield. Yeah, sure. Find your corner. That's cheeky. Good job. Good job. Nice work. Not too shabby. Very straightforward. The bubbles on Brigitte when she's frontlining. The bubbles on Bob when he's frontlining. That's what I'm looking for, right? Those are the team bubbles that you're missing, right? The reason why you can bubble backline versus dive so much is because when dive dives, they're no longer in front of your face. They're behind you. You understand what I'm saying? So you're already turning around to do damage anyway, so you might as well bubble your teammates at the same time. That's
so
the
priority,
concept.
in other words, you know, in how I think, it's not about bubbling like your backline necessarily. It's about bubbling who's in your face.
Yeah, who's in anybody's face, right? Like if you can't reach them, you might as well bubble them.
Hypothetically, if that's not the case, you wouldn't bubble.
Sure.
Your backline.
If you're playing dive and they're focusing you, yeah, bubble yourself.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, there's nothing that says that dive has to go for your backline. You know, who knows? So
Yeah, because I mean, people do dive you as Zarya.
yeah, of course. So same thing. We're not changing anything. I just want you to do, now that we've kind of been through the motions here, we've kind of familiarized ourselves a little bit more with the positions. Now I want you to be even better with your cover usage, even better with your damage.
Yeah.
So nothing's changed. Do the exact same thing. You did a decent job
Yeah.
in your attack. I think we can do a better job in this attack, regardless of what composition you're playing. So be patient. Remember, you don't have to always push. As long as you can do damage, you're in a good spot. So right here, we're cooking. Find your corner, you got to back out now. Right there. Now be patient, be patient, be patient. As long as we're doing damage, we're fine. Yep, that's fine. We can shoot that. Probably just die here, but maybe we can get a trade.
It's unfortunate. The mace, or was it?
Yeah. So what happened is that first initial trade on that statue was really bad. You took way too much damage from peeking sloppily, and then got punished for it. Even though you lived, your supports basically dumped all of the resources into you, and then that ended up killing them. Well, we might want to go back and look at that fight again, because you're trying to do the right things, but you're not necessarily doing them very well, if that makes sense. The tendency is that you want to walk forward to targets that you're shooting, which is giving the backline so much opportunity to do damage onto you. Like, before... when you're swinging on that corner on that first statue, you remember what I'm talking about? Like just the very first 2 seconds, you turn the corner. You do not have to push the Mei. She's right there. Your alt fire has splashed. Just hold the corner and make it so that literally Mei and only Mei can see you. Do you understand? Don't swing wide. There's no point swinging wide. Don't get anything out of swinging wide, because that's what ended up getting you in a situation. You're going to get walled no matter what, but you lost 350 HP before the wall even happened, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I want to avoid. And that's why I think practicing both your quote-unquote damage and cover usage is like, you can't really split the two, because you have to understand there's a tendency for humans to just, we want to walk forward towards things that we're focusing on. But you don't want to do, you have a gun, stay in the corner and keep shooting. You don't benefit from proximity as Zarya at all. As long as you can beam them, that's all you need. So same thing here, right? Don't over push or over peak this when you can literally just do it just as much damage on the choke from here as you can from being where your Sojourn was positioned, right? That's kind of like the difference between catching and engage, right? They walk into you, but because you're playing corners really well, it's really easy. So yeah, this is good. Just keep tight to that corner. You're floating here. Tight to the corner to your left or tight to the corner to your right. Just choose. Yeah, just keep doing damage. Good job. Keep going. Keep going. Don't look backline. Don't look backline. We have to shoot the Rhine shield as much as we can. We have to shoot the backline. And then if they're like, well, they're all surrounding me, well, then find your next corner. Yeah, this is fine. You may not be able to... Yeah, so right. So then what can you do? What can you shoot?
They're going to try to...
You're losing space. You need to find somewhere forward to walk onto a corner. You're backing further and further. Good. Next corner. Go now. Uh-huh. So instead of doing what you did there, where you backed up, I want you to flank behind them. Push forward behind them on the corner. So you're backing up and you gave them... You're all in a giant clump. Find your corner and hold it. Keep doing damage. Good bubble. Easy bubble, right? She's on your screen, so it's easy. Keep doing damage. Keep doing damage. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Hold your corner and keep going. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Catch the engage and punish it. Bubble's easy, and he should die. Now, turn around and kill what's on your screen, and do it now. Chase, you've got bubbles, let's go. Let's finish these guys off. Just as long as you have a corner, you're cooking. Go get him. No hesitation, no hesitation, no hesitation. Good.
He's dead.
Nice job. Now go forward and do damage again on your next corner. So this is too far away. So I want you to walk forward. Don't worry about them clearing high ground. You hold this corner right here. Good. Keep shooting. 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 Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up to your next corner. Back up to your next corner if you can. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Don't walk forward. Don't walk forward. Just hold the corner. Sure. Great graph. Good job. Focus the Mei. And full hold. Nice job. It's just so simple, right? Like you just keep shooting and you keep shooting, you keep holding the corner, and you keep shooting, you keep shooting, you keep holding the corner. The team bubbles that you end up doing are team bubbles that are just like, for example, your Ryan pins your backline, so you're shooting Ryan because he's right next to you, and so what do? You bubble your Brig. Why? Because she's just right there, right? It's easy to shoot that. It's easy to bubble your Sojourn when she's over peaking. It's just, you just shoot what's on your screen. That's it.
I'll say for how unfocused I was since, you know, the voice call and everything, I'm surprised at how well the game went.
Yes, because here's the thing. When you're getting live coaching, it can be stressful, right? It's stressful because there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of things floating on your brain, but because we're trying to take that energy and that effort and channel it in one direction, you will perform better than you think. You'll perform better than you think, right? You did fine. You did exactly what you needed to do. I have zero problems with what you did there. So, priorities, focusing on what's on your screen. You turn around when there's anything on your screen anymore, right? They dive, there's nobody to shoot, you turn around. And then that's going to educate your bubbles. When you're doing damage, play corners. That's point number 2. And then point number 3, and this is going to be more mechanical, your alt fire accuracy under pressure goes down the toilet. And that's at all ranges, long, medium, and short. That's not a surprise, especially not this game, because we were focused on other things.
Yeah,
go ahead.
It's usually it's good, but because I was like so unfocused, it wasn't as good.
Yes, which means that it's not as good as it should be. Because one thing that was decent was your tracking wasn't perfect, but it was better than your alt fire accuracy under pressure.
Yeah.
It's not a surprise. Generally with Zarya, you're going to be doing a little bit more time tracking than you're going to be doing alt firing, generally, right? So you need to practice it more. In terms of like positional, like off angles and so on, I would say just reminder that you could be a little bit more creative with your Zarya positioning if they are not pushing you or there's nothing to shoot. For example, that very first fight on that second defense there, they all rotated away from you and you just kind of sat there on your hands like not knowing what to do. You need to go get them.
Which fight was that?
The first defense on the second attack from them. Do you remember when they all took the high ground with the Rhine Venture? You remember that with the Farah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You must do damage. You must find them, tail them, flank them, run up there. I don't know if you can get up there with alt fire with the phone booth. The phone booth, maybe?
You can, but the reason why I didn't is because the Farah was probably going to boop me anyway.
So what? Make her boop you. Take the boop value away from her on your backline and do it somewhere else. I don't care. You understand what I'm saying? Like you can't not do things because you're scared of something might happen because your team is suffering, right? Like the only reason that didn't work is because their support and their Farah really mistimed their pressure. You guys should have died there right there. You need to go up there and do damage and bait yourself. You get me?
Honestly, you might be surprised how often team fights have happened like that where Ryan is like flanking high ground.
Well, that's because that's what he should do versus you. Now you think like, oh, he can just go run me down and kill me with a hammer. Kind of, but if you think about Ryan's biggest advantage over Zarya, it's his pin. So why would he play patty cake with you? He's going to make you get surrounded, right? I just coached Reinhardt before this, and that's exactly what I would have coached my Reinhardt player to do. Avoid the Zarya, wrap around, then drop in her head, you know? And it's very difficult for you to deal with that. I'm not going to say that, oh, it's simple. It is hard, but you have to do what you can do. You have to try something, right? So the purpose of Zarya is to do damage on a corner, on any target that's available, and that's how you tank. When there's nothing to shoot on your screen, and the enemy team avoids you or dives your backline, that is when you backline bubble, okay? If a teammate of yours goes in aggressively, whether that's Bob, Venture, Brigitte, anything, I don't care if it's freaking Zenyatta front lines, that's your bubble opportunity. But all of those are off of convenience. The reason you bubble your backline is because there's nothing to shoot on the front line. There's going to be situations where you have a Winston diving your backline, and there's like an Ana Zen directly in front of you, right? You do not bubble your backline. You bubble yourself to do damage on the Ana Zen. Do you see what I'm saying? Because a bubbled Winston, yeah, that's scary. But you know what's more scary? Zen Ana. Uncontested on front of your space. So your attention is what guides your bubble usage most of the time, 95% of the time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, there's also the other factor of it's hard to deal with Winston when he has his bubble.
Right, exactly. Because like, you know, he doesn't do that much damage. It's really hard to bubble off. Just shoot what's in front of your screen. So if the Winston dives you and he's right next to you, sure. You bubbled off your Brig versus Rhine. You bubbled off your your mercy versus their hit scan a couple times. You bubbled yourself versus pushes. You bubbled res. You bubbled all sorts of things because it was you bubbled Bob twice, and it was great. Like right, it's fine. It's good. Big charge protects him. And it bought him a few extra seconds, right? It's just bubbling aggression. And the reason that you see these backline bubbles is because there's nothing for you to shoot at. Because if you bubble your backline when Winston dives, and then there's an Ana Zen in your face, you're dead. And that Ana Zen are going to kill your backline. You kind of see what I'm saying?
So it's not that you bubble your backline, it's you bubble your backline when that's the only bubble that
you bubble
is good.
Your attention, and your attention should be what you're doing damage to. Now, that is not a rule. Technically, if you're talking about pro-level Zarya, a pro-level Zarya might flick their crosshair behind bubble backline, but it's a flick. It's a quick burst of attention and then right back to doing damage. Because
and they're also calming it. So.
Right. There just could be no downtime on your damage, because if you sit there and sit on your hands like you were on Eichenwald second and trying to decide what to do, you're allowing the enemy team to squeeze you out. You have to maintain pressure with Zarya as much as you possibly can. All the best fights versus the Rhine Mei, even there towards the end, were not necessarily when you were doing these big, huge bubbles or these big, huge bursts of damage. It was just you were constantly pressuring. Zero downtime.
I was noticing there was times where I'm like, oh, I'm dead here, and they don't push me.
Yeah, there was one time when you lived with 1 HP. 1 HP on the attack. You'll go, I think it's the first point attack, and it wasn't executed perfectly from you, but the reason you didn't die is because you just had done a lot of stuff prior to being 1 HP, so they just didn't really have the resources to push you anymore, right? So it's for Zarya, she's much less bursty in terms of her value. It's just more consistent bleed of damage and bleed of resources. And that's why it's really important to not get yourself distracted by these clutch bubbles if they're not going to happen. Focus on damage, focus on your corner, focus on your alt fire accuracy, and then we're cooking. I would say you should probably work on those things interchangeably. I think you can work on cover usage and damage at the same time, but if you find that to be a little bit overwhelming without somebody kind of helping to coach you, you can work on one of those at a time. It's totally fine. Make sense?
I notice when I do think, oh, cover usage, I'm also right-clicking. I'm focusing on both of them.
Sure, because that's free damage from cover, right? Like that allows you to actually do things from behind a corner without actually peeking it. And I think if you were to look at anything afterwards, I would look at that second attack on King Zero, and maybe even the first attack on King Zero as well. Not second point, but the OT push, right? And look at both of your first points and look at how you played them, not from a positional but like your cover and your attention, and see if there's anything you could have executed on better. You might be surprised.